Okay, here's the second unit. You can probably recognize it by the little triad of connectors down here. I did replace the old push button mic connectors with the BNCs, and cleaned her up, painted the case just like the other one. Paint job turned out very nice. Show you the bottom here. And there we go. And again, cleaned the cord and cleaned up all the switches inside, lubricated them, lubricated the pots, checked out the waveform on this and all the various ranges. Notice that the waveform on this particular unit in the high-end range was kind of distorted. Like the top lobe was actually a double, where normally you would have a single lobe on a cycle. You actually had a double lobe on the upper half of the cycle and a single lobe on the bottom. And pronounced mostly from mid-band to probably 3/4, and then it kind of went away, and the same thing on the lower end. And you were on the low end, you had some very low amplitude. Played around with the unit quite a bit to try and figure out what that was. Kind of came to the conclusion that it had something to do with this third connector that was added in there and the cable that was added around, and I found that by positioning that cable in different spots, that I was getting different amounts of feedback, and that would give me different signal strengths. And anyway, I used it to my advantage. I think you'll see that when we go to test it here that the output looks pretty good. And again, we went through the calibration on this, doing the best we could to hit low, high, and mid. So we'll check that out and see how she does there too. So let's do that. We need to connect up. Got her connected. And turn down my range a little bit here. Alright. That's our signal at our lowest setting, and let's go up. We should be running 100 kilocycles to 320. This would be 100 right about there, and I'm seeing 100.2, so that looks good. And let's go to about 170, and we got 170.5 kilocycles. And then the high end should be 32. Yeah, that's close. And we got 319. So we're a little low, maybe 3 megacycles low on the high end. If I was to turn it up to 32, that'd be 32 there. I'm guessing that we are probably looking at 32 and a half. So if we go to 32 and a half on a vernier, we're getting 32. But if you're using a frequency counter, that's not going to matter. But we did track very well otherwise. Let's go to B. B runs 310, right about there. And we are running 307. And then we want to go to mid-band of about 550 kilocycles. Looks to be right. We're reading 549.2. Pretty close. And then 1100 kilocycles. right about there. We are running 1078 instead of 1100, so a little bit low there. Let's see if we nudged it. What would I need? That's 1100 there. That's 100 and that's 110. I'm saying, I don't know, maybe 115, something like that. About a quarter of an inch. Let's 1 megacycle to 3.2. Alright, we're running right on there. We're running 992 instead of 1,000. So we are 8 kilocycles off out of 1,000. Still within spec. Let's go to 1.7. It appears to be 1.7. We're running 1709, so we are 9 kilocycles high. And if we go to 32, getting about 3189. So a little off on both ends, but within spec. It's 3.1 megacycle to 11 megacycle. Band D. 3.1 appears to be right there. And we got 3064. So we're off. We're a little low. If I was to go to 3.1. That's 3, actually. So we're running about 31.4. 31.4, 3 or 4, somewhere in there, to get, that would be 3.14 megacycles. And we're actually getting 3.1. So then we go to mid-band. Mid-band's 550, 5500. That looks to be it right about there. And we are running 5495. That's very close. And then 1100. And 1100 is giving me 10,785. So instead of 11,000, 10,785. It's a little bit on the low side, but if I nudge her up here, looks like 110 point. 114 maybe. So it's a little off. $99.50. Right Right now we're at the 10 megacycle range. We're reading 10. And we got 9972. So about 29 kilocycles low out of 9900. And then we go to this would be 17 megacycles. That looks to be the 17 right there. And I got 1751, so we're 52 kilocycles high at mid. We were low at the low end, high at the mid, and then at the high end at 32. That would appear to be 32 right there. We're running 31 and a half. And if I went to 32, that's 32 there. We're looking at, I don't know, 32.5. No. 30, 31, 32, 30, yeah, 32.5, something like that. Okay, and then finally the high range. It just dawned on me, I wasn't giving you a look at the, let's take a look at the bands again. Here's the, this is band D output. And then we'll go to band E. I'm reducing right now. Okay. And then band F. And this is at the low end. I'm going to the high end. And we see we get significant output we didn't get before, and we've got a lot less distortion. Let's kick this up and take a peek at it. All right. That is the high end right there, the highest point. Kicking down. We're going to go, we gained, and then we're going to start dropping. It's our worst point right there, and then we're at the lowest point. So, waveforms look very good. Band F, we want to go to 32 on the inner range, and that would be right about there. And I'm getting 31.7. And then if I go to, say, 60, appears to be 60 there. We're reading 59.6. And then finally going up to the 110 mark here. And we got 109.3. So it looks good. The attenuator, that's the variable attenuator, it's not yet smooth. The stepped attenuator, yeah, and the modulator. But let's kick ourselves down to a lower frequency so we can see what we're doing. All right, and then modulated, not modulated. So we're good. So that pretty well is it. Let me know what you think, and we'll go from there.